Okay.
So like I said, written and directed by Matthew Bright. So Matthew Bright, what a tragedy.
Mm,
And studio executives completely did it. Matthew Bright released 2002's Ted Bundy. Do you remember that movie?
vaguely, yes. Yeah.
That was I remember that as a pretty decent telling of Ted Bundy. Super low rated. Don't know why. But he also in the same year made a movie called Tiptoes. Are you familiar with this movie?
No, I have not heard of that one.
And I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to give it any credit or any respect or anything like that, because the original cut of the movie was an hour and 50 minutes or 150 minutes, and the released cut is only 90 minutes, and
Jesus.
it really dives into the life and what it's like to live as a little person or dwarf. Is it little person? Is that
I think it's
the,
little little person.
okay? And Peter Dinklage starred or was one of the stars of this movie. Matthew McConaughey, like it's a really good cast. And Peter Dinklage said that they completely ruined the movie. And after the studio executives cut it down to 90 minutes, Matthew Bright never directed another movie again.
Wow.
Apparently, this movie, Tiptoes, should have been an amazing movie that probably would have stood the test of time. Absolutely. Because from what I understand and reading about it, Matthew Bright was ahead of his time, and not like 100 years ahead of a time or anything, but only like 20 years. Like he barely missed the mark. Because a movie like that being made, even in the last decade, would have been wildly celebrated.
Yeah.
So I just like, man, I feel bad for this guy for doing his stuff, and at the time that he
Well,
tried to do it,
and this was like what year was this again? You said
2002.
2002. So, yeah, like
I think he missed it by
Dinklage is
one
still,
decade.
yeah, Dinklage is still like a lesser known name at this point. So,
But
yeah,
also, like early performance of Dinklage, I kind of want to watch it. But even Dinklage says that it's a terrible movie. So it's like, do I really want to give the studio more money for screwing over all these performances and the writing and all of this? I kind of want like, we have the Snyder cut. Now I want to get the brighter cut. The opening credits
yeah.
to this movie.
I seem to recall mentioning that asking that you not mention the Snyder Cut in my presence. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
If you did, I apologize. I don't remember. I am sorry. I am sorry. But I do. I did. I just saw a meme the other day that was like Snyder saying that what was it? One of his older movies. He's like we have the footage. We just need a little bit of funding from the fans, and then we can get this movie made. And then somebody replied, "Dude, just make your movie right the first fucking time."
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like,
apparently
and
this is
I looked at that. I was like, yes, I want to give you my money for the movie theater and maybe buy the Blu-ray. I only want to give you my money max twice. Get your shit together, dude.
well. I mean, you heard he did that with Rebel Moon again too, right?
Is that what it was? Was it Rebel Moon?
I don't know if it's Rebel Moon that he's doing the
I
funding
thought it
for,
was like
but
Sucker Punch. I think that's what it was.
okay, sure, yeah. But yeah, no, he also said the same, that there's a second cut of Rebel Moon out there that's like an extra like 30 minutes or something like that. And it's like, dude, this motherfucker's gonna make a living out of selling us the same movie like 4 or 5 times. He's gonna become the Bethesda of filmmakers. That's who he wants to be.
I see it. I see it. I'm really annoyed by it. And
I've waited 3 days to make that joke. Thank you for this. Brad.
this is your weekly outlet. There you go.
Yeah.
The opening sequence, as we're going through this, I really enjoyed the music to that. And when I saw who did the music, who did the score for this, obviously Danny Elfman.
Yep.
I mean, obviously. But what I thought was pretty interesting is Matthew Bright is Danny Elfman's childhood best friend.
Oh, really?
And
That kind of makes a lot of sense, actually.
as weird as Danny Elfman is, yep, I see it. And see what else was there. And oh, right, Matthew Bright's first appearance in the industry was on a Richard Elfman film, and I didn't know that Danny Elfman was a nepo baby. I had no idea. I did not know his father was a director. I thought he was
Neither
straight
did I.
Oingo Boingo and then got into
Right.
got into the industry.
That's what I thought too. Okay.
Yeah, that was brand new information for me.